The Frost Arena in Brookings, South Dakota, site of a great Summit League matchup today between rival schools from the Rushmore State. It's South Dakota State, the preseason favorites in the league. Alex Heinrich, Sean Morris, and Anna Bellinghausen along with our crew bringing you the action from Brookings today. 2 minutes gone already, and one of the top scorers in the league, Caleb Stewart, with the long tray to give the Yotes the early three-point advantage, Sean.
And already 6 points for Stewart. You don't want to let him get going, Alex. He had 44 points in a losing effort earlier this season at Denver.
The first took place just 2 weeks ago in Vermillion, an 18-point win for South Dakota State in a game that was closer than the final score indicated. Apple inside, strong finish.
Good team defense. It started with Kyle with a strong show and then easily dropping down, taking away the passing angle.
Apple inside, double team, finding Kyle for the flush.
This year, the parity has been outstanding, and there's not much separating the teams here. And a nice job by Gary coming off that little curl cut, coming in off the bench into the end of the floor. And his ability to get you into your stuff is just invaluable, and Gary has accepted his new role admirably.
The redshirt freshman off the mark this time. Scramble helped along by Nate Barnhart, the 7-footer. Nice second pass. Chance, look at that. Kyle inside, second emphatic jam for the sophomore in the opening 7 minutes.
Nice help by Alvarez. Really well communicated so far in this possession defensively by the Jackrabbits.
Javon Hill now, the 6'9" redshirt freshman, able to knock down the jumper just outside the paint.
He could really get it going from behind the arc, and he had to go to the bench because it was being gotten at by Apple defensively, but he's responded well since checking back in.
Well defended, though, at the 10 by South Dakota.
That was an impressive play by Kyle.
You would have lost it right there if they would have thrown that down. Stewart, the big three. Just 2 weeks ago in the 18-point South Dakota State win. Javon Hill creating space over Matthew Moore's big tray for the freshman. Despite some of those turnover woes early. Then to shoot now, Mayo out to Moores, the former Yankton Buck from deep. A multi-time Gatorade Player of the Year in the season. Stewart on the drive. Kramer, the second pass to Isaac Bruns. Chun on the O boards. Lahat Chun with the spin and the hook.
The Coyotes average 12 offensive rebounds per ball game.
Chun, the Summit League leader in rebounding this year, as Mayo tickles the twine from the elbow. Zeke Mayo coming off that 35-point performance on this floor on Thursday in the overtime loss to North Dakota State. First 30-point game of the year for the junior from Lawrence, Kansas, Chun.
And I really like what South Dakota did. He was struggling to score against Kyle. With Kyle out of the game, they go right back to him, and easily he will do that to you if you let him get his feet set. Capable three-point shooter at 36%, Alex.
He easily had 19 the first time these two teams met as Bruns gets loose. Great finish on the baseline. William Kyle III, who's turning into one of the top rim protectors in this conference. Another big swat as Mayo makes it count on the other ends. The last couple of days, he said, we're all about cranking up the intensity, which has been player-led. Guys like Caleb Stewart and Lahat Chun encouraging their teammates. Here is Mayo. Mims in the corner with 3 to shoot. Matt Mims, the 6th-year senior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Outstanding percentage-wise by the 6th-year senior, 46% from behind the line.
There have been times in his career when he's been above 50% from deep at the end of a season. This Chun, efficient on the block again. South Dakota now on top by 1, their first lead since early on.
And only 31% on the year for Bruns, but he's coming in with a great deal of confidence.
Here is Kyle.
Good job by Chun of pushing Kyle out to that short corner.
That was a point of emphasis this week for the Yotes. Kyle able to spin to his left, get his own miss, and then finish at the 10.
And he was able to just spring right up there. Nice job by Kyle of sticking with it.
Double figures now for William Kyle III. 10 points, 4 rebounds. Paul Bruns, why not? Such an important piece for this group. The only player on the team that he did not recruit is Chun. Gets his own miss again and is able to connect. Timeout for the Coyotes. The 3 does not drop for Holt. Apple inside, able to muscle his way past Burchell and over Chun to get things going for the Jets. We've seen that so far in the opening 21. Here's Mayo on the drive. Apple to Easley, an open look for 3. Charlie Easley's second triple of the day. 5-0 run to start the second half.
Nice unselfish play by Mayo, because for hockey, he would have gotten the hockey assist because it was his dribble drive that started it.
Typically, you would put your money on Kyle to come out the better in a matchup with Stewart, who is a slight 6'3". The boards early. The Yotes had equaled them in that metric at halftime. Kalen Gary, the finish at the rim. Stewart trying to push the pace. And the finish for Caleb Stewart. He's got 15 now.
The experienced player doing a lot of damage down there in Tulsa.
Weaver with a huge night from 3 that day as Kyle gets loose inside. Another guy that's been shaken up a bit of late. A lot of injuries have held the big man in check. Daring able to follow up his own miss. Here's Max Burchell. Got the screen from Boom. Isaac Bruns. Got run off the line by Easley that time. Paul Bruns taking over. The acrobatic finish. They go to work now. Shoot up and over. Kyle with the left this time.
I mean, if you're USD, you can't ask for more than a scramble situation and an open 3 from Stewart, who knocks it down 41% of the time.
Here's Mayo now, lowering the shoulder. Shoot even got a hand on that basketball. Changes the complexion a bit now. Instead of being down by 4, the Yotes down by 6. They have the basketball. Stewart over Kyle this time. The quick release on the baseline for Caleb Stewart.
There he's able to hit a nice little mid-range.
Apple inside, able to body pass Burchell. 65-59. We battle back and forth. Shoot inside. Backing down Kyle. Got him up and finishes. 55 seconds to go now. 4-point ball game. The basketball in Stewart's hands. Oh, man. What a tough shot from the baseline. That's the one that matters sometimes. Easily knocks them both down. 5-point game. Stewart has to hurry. Isaac Bruns up the curl. Knocks down the tray.
How about the moxie of the freshman? Utilizing a little bit of a rub screen there by Burchell.
They'll go to Bruns for Stewart. The turn and fire off the mark. Burchell was there, but time expires, and South Dakota State will earn the 70-67 victory.